Hello, artists. Today we're going to learn about Keith Haring, who did some work in the United States, in New York City, in the 1980s. That's when he became really famous. His art is super fun, so we're going to be working in his style with lots of lines, and we're going to use some bright colors, and we're also going to focus on pattern. So we're going to use all of these different kinds of lines, whichever one you want. This is Keith Haring. Here's a picture of him. And he was a graffiti and pop artist. And that means that he often made his work outside on buildings. That's what graffiti is. I bet you all already know that. So his art was very playful. The people that he made were abstract, and you can see these cool little lines to show movement all around the people. Sometimes he adds a design or pattern. So his art is really, really simple, but he shows a lot of figures, people in motion. Here is another close-up of one of his pieces, and we can see, even though it's not realistic, that this circle is representing a ball, so it's easy to see that they're doing some sort of kicking game. Maybe it's football, I don't know. So, sometimes he worked with the complementary colors, which are colors that are found across from each other on the color wheel, like red and green, yellow and purple, or orange and blue. So if you want to experiment with that in your picture today, you could try that. Sometimes his art was about animals or animals acting like humans. I love these guys over here. They are kind of people with dog faces doing a little dance. Maybe you want to add some motion lines around your figures that you make today. Here is a Keith Haring sculpture. And a sculpture, remember, is three-dimensional. It's a kind of art that we can walk around, usually, and see it from more than one side. He liked to use very bright colors, primary colors like red, yellow, and blue, and, well, he really used all the colors of the rainbow, but not at the same time. He made work about life and death. So he was a political artist. He made art about stuff that he cared about. And he spoke up when he saw something unfair happening in the world, which I hope that you all are learning how to do as well. If you see somebody being mean, then you need to tell them to stop. He wanted everybody to have equal rights. He painted on the walls outside. And as I said before, this is called graffiti art or mural art. So we can see that, wow, that's really big. You can see the scale with the size of the people there. So he's made art not just in New York, but many places around the world. He even had his own store in New York City called the Pop Shop. And this is what it looked like on the inside. Wow, super fun place to hang out. What if we told our parents that we wanted to paint our houses like this on the inside? Wouldn't they think that was a crazy idea? All right, so here is what you're gonna do. You're gonna get your piece of paper, and we are gonna draw two little guys. You could make one big, you could make them the same size. They are going to be doing some kind of action just like Keith Haring's figures. This one I turned upside down. And this is kind of a different style over here. So you can see these ones are done with marker, and I added some crayon and some water paint over the top. So you're not going to make any faces today. We're not going to add clothes to the people. We're just going to make some people shapes, very abstract today. So, after you do your two people shapes, or maybe you're going to do three, maybe you just want to do one, you are going to work on filling the background with some patterning. So I divided my paper into a couple of, I put it into three parts, 1, 2, 3. And in each part, I made a different pattern. So do you guys remember the patterning that you've done at school? We have AB patterns, we have ABC patterns, we have AABB patterns. So what that looks like, if I'm going to be doing an AB pattern, I would do one kind of line with one color and another kind of line with a different color. I'm gonna go back to the first line, then I'm gonna go back to the second line. So I want you to concentrate on making your lines really neat today. If I make an ABC pattern, it would be one line that is zigzag maybe, one line that is wavy, and one line that is dotted. And then I would start repeating. So you can make a pattern of as many lines as you want, but the thing with a pattern is it has to repeat. So that's what I want you guys to practice doing today. Let's have a look before you get started at some of these different kinds of lines. So we have broken, wavy, zigzag, dotted, crazy crooked line. This is the line that looks like a castle or teeth. Bumpy, straight, X line. This is a wavy line. Maybe you're going to do a fire or a combination line. So, are you guys ready to get started? I bet you are. Think about what you want your people to be doing. Draw a couple of people. And then you're going to make your patterns right behind the people. Alrighty, have a great time.